Sancal is one of Spain's leading manufacturers of design furniture. It's an award-winning company, a family-owned company, now in its second generation. Yes, so this is an important one. We've been certified as ISO 14001 for, I can't remember, about 2 decades. So one thing that we've learned is that you really have to make it the center of your business. It's not good enough just to have a department for environment or something like that and have it as a sort of bolted on extra entity. It needs to be right from the ground up in everything that you do, absolutely everything. So it's who you supply from, what are they supplying, where can you find new materials, new suppliers. It's how you design things. So for instance, we have a sofa that has a special kind of cover that we've developed, and that cover has no residual offcuts whatsoever, because it's actually, the cover itself is designed in such a way that it doesn't. That's just one example, of which there are thousands. So it has to run right the way across the board in absolutely all areas of the business. And everybody that's leading a certain department or even a work group needs to understand that that's part of what the company's doing and to find improvements the whole time. We're producing products that are designed literally to last for lifetimes. I mean, not just one lifetime, but multiple if possible. They're repairable from the outset. And so I think it's a natural thing for us to produce pieces that are considerate, both in terms of environment and in terms of providing value to those that are purchasing it. In the end, we're manufacturing items that are for people that know how to discern between a piece that's a quality item and a piece that's just been made quickly on a production line using the cheapest materials possible. As I said, it's something that's incredibly natural to us, not only because these days the design community itself is more aware of this, and because we export around the world and in export markets at high-end, for high-end upholstery like ours, there's a greater realization amongst designers that this is something that's key to what they're doing and what they're offering. But also because from the outset, we've always tried to develop something that's going to stand the test of time. It's a family-owned company, and I think that's key, because it's a family-owned company. The bottom line isn't just the profitability, it's also the values that the family has, both in terms of how we treat our workers, the artistic element to our project, and also the environment, because of course you want the company to be sustainable, both economically, but also for future generations. You want to have a planet for them to inherit. So it's a very natural thing for the company. It really does, because it's a company with a soul. It's not just an entity, a publicly listed entity that's just there to make money for its shareholders. Here the shareholders are the family that form part of the company itself. Although we're a very artistic company, we're also very data-driven. So we have a huge array of indicators these days, because we use business intelligence to mine for more information and to make, again, continued improvements. So we track things like the amount of volatile organic compounds that not only our furniture gives off, but also that comes out of our chimneys and everything else. That's meant that we've brought in projects to remove any toxins from our furniture. So at the moment, we're one of the few companies, certainly in Spain, that have indoor advantage, which means that we're one of the few companies that use, for instance, water-based stains for the wood. We use adhesives that again water-based. So in that way, we're making sure that our products are more respectful with the environment. We use a huge amount of variety of different certifications. So all of our wood is obviously PEFC certified. Our fabrics are from ever more sustainable sources. So there's a huge variety of indicators that we use. And then we channel that all through business intelligence software to try and find areas that we can make improvements to. We use our own in-house business intelligence systems. So I think it's important to bring things in-house. I think it's also important to delegate everything right the way down to the end worker if you can, for them to understand how important this actually is, and then control it with a helicopter view using business intelligence. I don't think you can't just let an external consultant come in and sell your product. It's not good enough. You need to make improvements to it yourself continually. You need to know how to do that. Well, I think the important thing is to understand that this is central to your business. That greenwashing is not good enough. I think it's essential to understand that this is very complex. It's not something that you can just boil down to a pretty Instagram story. It's something that you can't oversimplify, and you have to really take seriously at all levels within your organization. It's as important as your cash flow. So I think that companies need to understand that it's not something that can be outsourced. If you do employ people on staff that are knowledgeable about it, that's great, but you need to learn from them. If you bring in a consultant, that's great, but you need to learn from them. And you can't just follow a certain methodology and think that's good enough.